Welcome to Luke Vu PhD. I'm a psychologist in Maroubra, Sydney. And if you're here, you're probably working through my Launch Yourself modules, or you're looking at my YouTube channel to pick up some skills that might help you resolve some of the issues that you're facing. So in this particular video, what we're going to look at is fear, and specifically overcoming fear. And that's one of the most common barriers. It's one of the biggest hurdles that all my clients talk about. And when we talk about anxiety, we are actually talking about fear. Now, it's really critical that we understand and then learn the skills to harness fear. When we talk about overcoming fear, we're not actually trying to get rid of it. Fear is actually a really powerful and useful thing to have. You might not have been actually taught how to use this powerful tool that gets in the way of me wanting to do the important things I want to do. So there's a key assumption here, is that a lot of the failures to launch, or the barriers that you experience that are blocking you from doing the things that you want to do, is fear. And now we have tools that we can use to overcome those barriers. And so if you can identify things that are good for you and that you want to do, that's a start. Get that really clear. Now I want you to examine, okay, well, what gets in the way of me doing that thing that I know is good for me and that I want to do? Okay. Now, then I want you to examine, well, how many of those barriers are real versus, well, there's a component of it that might be masking fear. Maybe I'm actually scared of this. And the really common example that I see is, I've had a client that didn't want to get his driver's license. It was really the fear of driving the car. And even though he knew that getting his driver's license was a meaningful and important goal for him. So, don't underestimate how sometimes fear might be the underlying reason, and then we sort of create these other ego-friendly reasons to not do the things that we know that is good for us and that we want to do. So in order to change your relationship with fear and anxiety, you're going to have to learn to respond and use fear, and you're going to have to apply certain skills. And the first skill that you've got to learn is that as you're attempting or even thinking about the things that you want to do, you have to be able to identify clearly your fear. And when I say that, I mean to get so much clarity that you can write it down, that you're not just only experiencing it. If you can write down exactly what you're fearful of, and a lot of these will be related to, let's say, whatever the event is and some sort of feared outcome. So you're going to write that down. So take, for example, like the job interview, right? You're going for a promotion and you think that you're going to get rejected, you think other people might judge you, you think you might not perform well, whatever it is, write it down, okay? Then after you write it down, I want you to examine that statement. I want you to examine that fear. And using some of the skills that you might have learned, you might have picked up in a previous video, I want you to then assess if there's any distortions, exaggerations, any errors in that particular fear. A really common distortion that comes up to, let's say, the job interview scenario is our fear of failing it, our fear of not being able to perform then, or just not getting the job, even though we really want it. There's a distinct error there, right? The distortion is like, well, how do you don't actually know for certain. It's not possible to know for certain. And once you start to challenge that, once you start being able to generate more productive thoughts that will help you manage that level of fear, maybe turn it down a notch, then you're able to then pursue the things that you really want to pursue. That's a key skill to have, and that all starts from being able to identify your fear. So I hope you found that useful. If you like things like this, please like, subscribe, and share. Other than that, happy launching, happy recovery, and good luck identifying your fears. Take care.